What's going on, everybody? Bam Bam is back. What's up? You guys wouldn't know what the hell that is, okay? Some of you didn't go through that era. That what's up? What's up? We used to do that to each other. Believe it or not. Yep. And it was with way more enthusiasm than that. Yeah. And a lot louder too, for that matter. Man, those were some strange times. But actually, now that I think about it, they weren't. No. These are strange times. Yes. Okay? These times are not only strange, but pretty fucking scary, if you ask me. Alright? We got lefties losing it all over the fucking place, right? Freaking out about everything. Fuck, you can't turn around and throw common sense at them, right? And you can't show them the truth, and you can't show them reality, because holy fuck, they don't like that. They don't want to face that. It's like, man, I seen this one video. It's like this one girl. She's like, people could do whatever the fuck they want, right? Fuck the rules, fuck everything else. And I'm like, you know what? You have lost your marbles, or whatever marbles you did have up there, gone somewhere else, right? Probably never coming back. Like, that person had no sense of like consequence or anything like that. Just like burned some kind of a flag in the middle of the school grounds and shit like that, and just was questioned about it too. It was like, weren't you the one that turned around and burned the flag of the school grounds? And she's like, I'll do whatever the fuck I want. Just like that, right? And these are transphobic people, or not transphobic. I mean, these are trans people. This is the gay community we're talking about here. Okay, so you can't do anything, or the lefties and their ideology. Okay, so their whole ideology is to put that down behind the political aspect of things, just like Trudeau's doing, and then try to get people to back it and be able to change things for their political agenda. That shit ain't happening no more. Nope. Because we, people like me, right? Voicey, opinionated motherfuckers who believe in the strong freedom of speech, right? We have a voice. And now we speak it. Right? Can't shut us up. There's too many of us now. Yeah. They tried. Shit, did they ever fucking try, huh? They started with me. They did it to Man. They did it to a few other people. Fucking, they started shit with Jordan Peterson, for crying out loud. And all the whole while, the far lefties start getting sued. And start getting lawsuits, and their ideology start getting pointed out more and more. I just think that everything's fucked right now. Yeah, we live in a fantasy world. Okay? Well, when are people gonna wake up to reality? Just curious, right?
Alright, we might be ready to move on this thing.
When do some of you want to join us in reality and figure out that the whole world's falling apart right now? And we don't give a shit about your fucking rights, right? Or about your fucking made up bullshit, or your feelings, okay? There's bigger problems to solve right now. And here, while we're on this one subject of opinions and how we feel, okay? Let's weigh in on this, okay? Should men? Because I heard that the Wrestling Federation of fucking the United States or some shit like that now is allowing trans men to box women. Hey, what a fucking great idea. You know, you want to turn around and advocate that, you know, men are turning around and abusing women and shit like that, and domestic assaults are through the fucking roof, and men now brutally beat women. But now you're saying it's okay for a man to transition to a girl or claim to be a woman, okay, and identify as a woman, to go and compete in women's boxing and go beat the shit out of women's boxing. right? Because yeah, who better than to hit? Who? I mean, they think that's okay because who better to be able to hit women than a gender confused, mentally ill man who thinks he's a woman, right? Yeah, that makes total fucking sense. Yeah. Not. Okay? It's taking it too far. They're taking it too far and people are gonna snap. People are already snapping, but I mean, somewhere down the line, someone's gonna snap. The women are gonna snap. Okay? Sooner or later, the women are gonna be like, we ain't taking this shit no more. Right? I encourage you women to step up. Right? You're girls, and I turn around and I'll advocate for you guys right off the bat because I'll be one of the, not only one of the first, but not one of the only ones that stand there and support that women should be competing in women's sports. Period. That's it. That's it. No man in a woman's sport. God damn it. No. Okay. Sorry, God. I get a little excited. You know that. But let's be brutally honest here, okay? Guys have way more of a fucking athletic advantage than women do, okay? We know that as men and women, okay? So, women who have been, you know, competing in their own sport, right? And not only that, but I mean, finally had the, like, have their own sport, right? They accomplished, you know, creating their own sport, their own league and stuff like that, and accomplishing their own goals and their own championships and their own sports leagues, okay? Just in general. And, you know, they've come a long way. Now all of a sudden we want to turn around and tell them that all their accomplishments they've gotten from up until now mean nothing. And we're going to insult them by letting men compete in their fucking sports. What's next? Okay? What's next? Adults going into fucking Little League? Huh? Are we soon gonna let these fucking mentally delusional fucking people go and compete in our children's sports leagues next? Because that's where that's headed. Okay? If we're gonna allow this ideology bullshit to compete in women's sports, oh, we're in deep shit. We gotta put this shit in the button right now. We gotta, like, this shit gotta stop. Listen. You want to change your gender, you can do that. I don't give a shit. I don't give a fuck. Whatever you do to you is you. Okay? And that's fine. But when you turn around and you think that it's okay to be a man, when you were born a man and you want to dress up like a girl, that's fine. That's okay. But that doesn't give you the right to compete in women's sports just because now you decide, oh, I'm going to be a girl and I'm going to go compete in women's sports. It used to not work like that, but unfortunately, in today's day and age, you can do shit like that. Somebody's got to stop it.
Almost here?
This madness is ridiculous.
Nice. We can get the car ready to be
People like me are gonna freak out and fucking snap about it and go online and rant and rave about it until something's fucking done, right? Because, listen, I'm not the one to run out in public and go starting a bunch of bullshit and setting things on fire and breaking shit. No, like, I'm a law-abiding fucking citizen, okay? Like, I wasn't taught to do shit like that, okay? And for that matter, I'm just not an animal like that. I'm not aggressive that way. No. But I have a motor mouth. Holy fuck do I ever. I have diarrhea of the mouth. I can't shut myself up sometimes. If you guys think my mouth is bad when I go and it goes a mile a minute, fuck, you ought to be in my head. Huh? Yeah. Like, can you imagine my thoughts? Like it's an information superhighway. It's like everything, all my thoughts are in the fast lane, and they're not slowing down. It's like they got unlimited gas. Somebody's driving at 120. Somebody's hitting a buck 20 on the fucking freeway. In my mind, going whom 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 whom. It's like passing cars on the highway. If they don't stop, here's my mouth. When my mouth has a chance to speak, banana, I'm here. You know, they they never could. They always used to tell me, "Shut up," especially at school, because I was the one that questioned things. Guess you're not allowed to do that. They don't like that shit. I was always, and for that matter, I was always the black sheep. hmm I was always the one to speak out. Nobody liked that. Hell, my abusive parents didn't like that. No, not at all. Fuck no. I just still kept getting blamed for everything, right? But I would still speak out, right? If I didn't, even over my life, right, at work, like I spoke out as soon as they started trying to mandate us coming to work for being vaccinated. I'm like, no, you can't do that. You're not stepping on my constitutional. I know this thing called the Constitution, right? You're not fucking stepping on my constitutional rights, motherfucker. Like, no, you're not. I don't have to do some shit just because you guys want to make up some rules on the fly, all right? And think that you're gonna start playing God. No, you don't tell me what to do with my body. No one does, right? You and for that matter, don't let anybody tell you what to do with your body. You make that decision. That decision's all on you. All right? Now, they're also upset that Danielle Smith turned around and is sticking by her policies, and they want to turn around and protest all that shit. They want to protest that puberty blockers and you know, they want to push the ideology down your throat and let it be okay for children to make a life-changing decision as young, get this, okay, as young as the age of 10. Can you imagine? Huh? As a parent? Just hear me out for a second, okay? Now, hypothetically, okay? Let's say your child comes home from school and says, Mom, Dad, and this is your daughter, okay, tells you, I'm a boy. And you look at your daughter and say, excuse me? Hello? This morning when you left for school? No, you were definitely a girl and you still are a girl, okay? And they decide to turn around and tell you, I'm now identified as he, and I'm now going to change my identity, and I'm going to transition to a boy, and I want surgery, and I want to start taking puberty blockers. As a parent, you have to say, listen, you're 10 years old, you don't get to make decisions like that. You're not mature enough to make decisions like that at the age of 10. You don't have enough information, you don't have enough knowledge to know what you're doing and the consequences for what you're doing to yourself to be able to make those kind of decisions. That's the whole point of making it law and mandatory to be the age of 15 before you can be able to even consent with your parents about the even possibility of thinking about doing that. Because doing something like that has life-damaging effects to the human body. Look that shit up.
Almost here?
Okay?
Nice! We can get the car ready to be disassembled.
There's guys out there who have transitioned and who can't fucking pee properly. Okay? They can't get sexually aroused. They can't, their life is hell. Right? They absolutely regret it, doing what they did. Because it flipped their mental health completely upside down. Right? But these mentally ill people are pushing and saying, that's just perfectly normal. Yeah, no, it's not. No. Let me out of this fucking sick fucking twisted shit show we're on. Like, this is a nightmare we're living in. You know what I'm saying? We can't wake up from it. Somebody pinch me, right? Like, some of the things that are going on in society and right now in life, I can't fucking understand. This shit baffles my mind. Like, no wonder why Elon Musk is fucking building a space shuttle and building a space station. He don't want to be around this shit no more. Okay? Like, he's looking around. Man, if I was as rich as him, I'd be trying to figure out the fucking way to get off this shithole of a planet too. Because this place is going fucking shit. Alright? It's going to hell. Told you guys once before, I'll say it again. Okay? That's why we only see UFOs. Alright? Seriously, that's why you only see the UFOs. Alright? Those motherfuckers turn around and fly by. They check in on us like a bunch of creeps. Right? Some of you are internet creepers. You understand what the whole creep thing is. Okay? Well, the UFOs, the aliens, they do the whole creep thing too. Right? They creep down in on the human race and they're like, there's no intelligent life down there. None. Did you bring the popcorn this time? Let's stick around for a couple minutes. I want to see what happens next. Right? They look at us like a bad Jerry Springer episode, okay? Or even show, for that matter. Okay? Like I said before, we're probably on some fucking network right now, alien network, okay? They probably have a TV show dedicated to the human race, okay? And they want to see what we do next, all right? And they're not laughing with us, they're laughing at us, okay? They are. They're pointing and laughing, going, look at these fucking stupid motherfuckers. This is why they're in a galaxy far, far away, everybody. Yeah. Because here's the thing. They would have stopped by and said hi a long time ago. Right? I mean, they probably try to. You know? They probably have arguments with themselves. You know, maybe we should go down and introduce ourselves to the human race. And then there's a smart alien that stands up and smacks that alien upside the head and goes, think about what you just said. Alright? Think before you speak. Okay? You're smarter than that. Don't talk like them. You're not one of them. That's how they talk to each other, alright? Like, don't wander about the human race. Just watch, observe, and laugh. That's it. Don't talk to those people, okay? Their leader, or even, like, probably chain of command, has already warned them. Listen, if you talk to the human race, your IQ will drop by the second, okay? They teach their little alien kids that one, too. They're like, don't ever visit the human race. Don't talk to them, don't visit them, okay? You can creep in on them, you can peer in on them, but don't visit them, okay? Because their stupidity will wear off on you. It's contagious. And if you don't think it's contagious, just take a look at the fucking groups of people that gather together, yelling, chanting, screaming, yelling about a bunch of ideology bullshit that doesn't exist in the reality that they're just pretending to be in. Yeah. Yeah. When you look at it that way, right? Kind of think, you're like, yeah, fuck yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Because when do we ever hear of them visiting us? No. But we see a bunch of tabloid stories all the time, and news talk about it, and social media will blow up and sometimes about it, and be like, oh, I seen a fucking UFO go across the sky the other day, blah 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 blah, right? And it's like, yeah, they seen.
What?
They came, they seen, and they got the fuck out of here at the speed of light. They're like, stupidity's contagious, see ya. Right? They're afraid that stupidity will come right through their fucking aircraft. Alright? That's why they take off so fast. Okay? That would explain it. That would be one explanation. Okay? Not saying it's fully accurate, but hey, if I was them, and I observed the human race, and I was with my alien buddies on the aircraft, I'd be like, yo, motherfucker, hit it and drive and step on it. We're out of here. We're not sticking around this place. fuck no. These guys look like stupid motherfuckers. We're gonna catch disease. They're diseased, right? That's how they look at it. They got the stupid disease. Look out, right? There's very, very few intellectual people on Earth, right? There is. Very, like, we're a dying breed. Common sense was a dying breed. Like, I remember hearing this when I was growing up. That common sense is a thing of the past, and common sense is a dying breed, and I didn't understand what the fuck they were talking about, but now I understand what that person was always saying. And that miserable prick happened to be one of my bosses when I was younger, growing up.
You got it. Leave it to me.
He's like, common sense. He's like, fuck, common sense doesn't even fucking exist anymore. He's like, fuck, common sense. He's like, they're raising stupid motherfuckers all the time. That's just how he talked. See, when I was growing up, and like I was working still as a teenager, at the age of 19, the job I was working at the age of 19, you could fucking smoke inside at work. They couldn't do shit. Damn band build, eh? I can remember, yeah. I can, like it's almost like when you think about it, it's like it almost feels like last year or even a week ago. And then the rules changed, right? I've seen all the rules change. Yeah, you used to be able to, you could, the shit you could say to people at work, and nothing would go wrong. Nobody would complain. No. You know what? If somebody turned around and made fun of you at work, you better had something to say back. Or else you better just shut up and walk away and take it. That's it. You either took it, got laughed at, or you had some shit to flip back and say, and put them back in your place and stand up for yourself. But now, no. We don't. You can't stand up for each other. No, we don't teach that. No, everything has to be inclusive. No, you can't hurt people's feelings. You can't tell somebody that they're dumb. No. Even when they're dumb, you still have to sit there and say you're the smartest person in the room. And how is it that dumbest people could sit there and claim to be intellectually smart? Huh. Yeah. So, with the way things are going, you have to ask yourself, and you can't help but wonder, if they're getting away with their ideology bullshit, then us people with common sense, we ought to start our own ideology shit. And we ought to start making up our own rules. They want to make up rules? They want to break laws? With no consequence. Right? They want to live lawlessly. I say, okay, that's fine. If that's the way you want to be, cool. Who repossessed Epstein's Island, is it? Yeah. So I have a solution, okay, for all the far lefties and gender confused, and for all those who don't want to join us in reality, okay? And for those of you who want to live in fantasy land for the rest of your lives, okay, I invite you to get on a plane, okay, pack your shit, and we'll start shipping you motherfuckers off to Epstein's Island, okay, and dropping you off and leaving you there, and let God sort them out. Or, according to you guys, God doesn't exist, right? So, yeah, I'll pray for you guys. I really will. I seriously will. I'll pray for the whole group. You know what? I pray for the whole fucking world all the time, right? But God can only do so much, right? And, you know, we're probably extremely busy, especially nowadays, right? So, to each their own. But I even saw I was even seeing what really is a head scratcher for me is
You calling for some wheels?
I have a question
I'm Johnny on the spot. I'll hook you up.
to that community. So, if your ideology is right, and there's no God, and you go against God, right? So, are we supposed to? But your ideology is right. Is that correct? Because our religion goes back fucking long time, and your ideology goes back since 2020. I think that's when they started getting mentally ill, right? Isn't that when it basically? Isn't that when like basically the
It's on the
mentally ill
way.
came out of the closet, right? They came out of the woodwork, didn't they? Huh? They came out of everywhere. Them motherfuckers, right? Here, there, everywhere, right? All of a sudden, it was gay this, gay that. Well, Abraham will hit you motherfuckers with a wiffle ball bat. Knocks some common sense into you. Okay? 'Cause those people ain't got no common sense. None. Zero. Fucking delusional. I'll call you motherfuckers out to your face. If I ever see you motherfuckers in the streets or in public, oh man, is it gonna get viral? Oh, it'll get viral real fast. Fuck, it will too. Because I'll record it too. And I guarantee you the very first time I ever fucking have somebody turn around and fucking say, excuse me, I identify as, I'll be like, shut the fuck up right now, you little fucking delusional piece of shit. I got a fucking address with your name on it. Huh? It's called a fucking mental institution. Okay? I got clothes for you to wear too. You wanna dress up like a fucking clown? Like looking like a freak? Hmm? Okay, cool. I got a white jumpsuit with your name on it with straps, okay? And by the way, I'm gonna start you motherfuckers on some medication. Try and unscrew your fucking mentally fucked up delusional minds. Some of y'all are broken. Like, just fucking broken. I don't know how else to put it. I can't sugarcoat it. I can't. You guys know me. I can't sugarcoat nothing, huh? Because the truth just comes out. Like I can't sit there and man, if you look like a dude and you're a girl, and you look like a dude, or if you're a girl that's trying to look like a dude and you still look like a girl, you best believe I'm identifying you as a girl. Right? I'm not gonna sit there and play into your game. Okay? I don't have to. Okay? See, what people aren't understanding here is we don't have to play their game. Okay? Just because they want to live in fantasy world, let them. But you're not bringing that shit into our society, no. Because you know what's going to happen? If you let that happen in society, society's going to break down even more and more. It already is. Okay? Look it. And they never take responsibility for anything. And notice, they're the ideology ones. They're the ones taking temper tantrums in public when you confront them with the truth and facts, right? When you can literally bounce their ideology right back at them and hit them with some knowledge and facts, fucking they lose it and fucking freak out like fucking almost like a toddler who's having a temper tantrum for the first time. You know, going around kicking, yelling, screaming, crying, whining. Right? My feelings are hurt. Oh God. Like what? I can't. That's why I don't talk to the public. I can't. I can get in trouble. I stick to myself. Yeah. I could imagine. Because You don't know who's who and what's what. And then all of a sudden, these mentally ill people decide to freak out on even sales clerks because they just ask them a simple question. How are you today, sir? I'm a man! Or I'm a ma'am! You know, people like that. If people like that are fucking freaking out in public and having little temper tantrums like that in public, they are definitely not mature enough to be in public. We shouldn't allow people like that to be in public. We should just lock them up. Simple as that one. Lock them up until they can show some kind of fucking common sense and some type of understanding that there's rules, there's law and order to follow. Okay? Whether you like it or not. Alright? And if you don't like that, too fucking bad. Okay? Because we're taking North America back, motherfuckers. Okay? We're gonna make Canada and we're gonna make America great again. Okay? Going both countries. Okay? We don't need the Fruit Loop Express, right? Running our countries into the ground. Alright? It's not happening. Okay? No one's standing for it anymore. Okay? Shit's about to get real. And like, when I mean get real, like it hasn't even gotten real yet. No, hasn't. Fuck no. There's nothing. You wait till that whole fucking situation gets explosive and violent. Oh man. I can foresee that one being a bloodbath and just a fucking massacre. Right? Because see, the thing is you can only poke society so much before society pokes back. And they snap. And they fucking lose it. Right? And we're seeing it. We're seeing it. We're seeing people like just fucking losing it. Snapping. They're sick of it. Okay? So, eventually, they were right. It is going to divide us. That's the division I see. That's why I was predicting civil war. See, Bam Bam is not inciting war. But I'll tell you something. I can predict war coming, okay? Because I can see that shit coming. Right? Don't take a genius to figure this shit out. Right? They've been distracting us shit. They've been distracting you for a while. And if you don't agree with their ideology, they turn around and they do whatever they want against you. Your reputation all of a sudden gets destroyed. You lose your job. Your work circle, your social circle, all of a sudden no longer accepts you because you voiced your opinion. You stood up for what was right, and you're like, hang on a second, wait, this shit ain't right. Like, I'm not going along with that. Right? I'm not tiptoeing, and I don't have to go along with that ideology. Right? Because sooner or later, the ones that are silent, that are all silent, and the ones that aren't speaking, those are the ones you got to worry about. Okay? Not me. Don't got to worry about me. Trust me, I'm not the type to turn around and go cause fucking idiocy in the community, okay? I'm not that type of person. And never will be. I have a heart. Like, I want to help people, okay? And make this world a better place, not a worse place, alright? But sooner or later, you're gonna those quiet people that they're silencing and that they're forcing to shut the fuck up about the situation. Sooner or later, you know, and I know, it's gonna be. And it could be male or female. We'll never know, right? But sooner or later, someone's gonna end up snapping and losing their marbles and going on a massacre. We all know it. It's an explosive topic. It's only bound to happen. It's basically a ticking time bomb, right? You can't sit there and fuck with society, try to flip society completely around after society was already already has its own ways and set, and morals and values in place, and communities in place. All right. Because sooner or later, groups will push back, and that's when the uprising will happen, and that's when we'll have a civil war. Okay. We will. It'll be the ideology versus the freedom of speech. It will be a fight for our freedoms all over again. We are in the fight for our freedom right now as we speak. If you guys don't know it yet, welcome to the war. Welcome to the fight if you're on my side. Okay? And if you're on the mask ideology side, well, you're about to find out that there's more of my kind than your kind. Okay? Because my kind has a voice, and we've awakened the beast. Okay? We've awakened our people. Now. Yeah. So, us who have a voice, we've awakened our people with our voice. Okay? Now our people, right, have heard us who have a voice going, you know what? I ain't taking this shit no more either. Fuck. Right? And they're right. And then more and more people are gonna see and get that feeling of wanting to push back and say, you know what? You're not telling me what to do. You're not telling me I can't say this and I can't say that. You're not telling me I have to identify you as a pronoun. I don't have to tiptoe around your things. I don't have to do something because you want the world to revolve around you. I want the world to revolve around me too. We all do. But guess what? Facts are, it don't work like that. Okay? And actually, I wouldn't want the world to revolve around me. I like my privacy. Okay? I'm not one to go to the fucking big, you know, party, lots and lots of shitloads of people, fucking want to get wrecked, do something stupid, and end up on fucking YouTube. No. No, I'm just not down with that crowd. No, Bam likes his privacy. I like doing my own thing, you know. And for that matter, okay, I don't like, you can't, there's no social groups anymore. It's all social backstabbing. That's what it is. It's like people will be nice and fake to your face, and then they socially backstab you right behind your back. Yeah. It's like, welcome to 2024. You know? This is the world we live in now. Yeah. We got, like, fake media, right? We got fake people, fake news, fake Hollywood, fake tits, fake everything. Hell, we got fake people. Okay? We got, yeah. Everything basically is fake.
Right. This guy, he's around here somewhere. 2 seconds.
Like, people will stand up. There will be an army of people that stand up. And that say that this is not going to happen no more. Like, our morals, we stand for our morals and values. We're not teaching our children, like, this is not going to be our children's future. Okay? It can't be our children's future. Okay? We will not grow as a human race if we allow this to carry on. Okay? So, think about it. Okay? We're already in this fight. You've been in this fight. If you've been sticking up for our rights and freedom, and you've had that little voice inside your head that says don't go along with this ideology, then I'm letting you know you're not alone. All right? You're not. You're definitely not alone. There's a lot of us. A lot more than you think. You're about to find out. Right? So, and then there's other of you who are now worried shitless because you guys poked the bear. And you know it. You guys went too far. Right? You went too far when you brought it into the schools. Yeah. That's where you cross the line. Yeah. Once you bring that shit into my children's school and try to tell my fucking kids that they can they're not girls, they're boys? No, 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 I don't think so. Okay? That's crossing the line. Right? When you want to push an ideology onto my children without my permission, and you want to play parent? I don't think so. Not on my watch. Okay? That shit ain't gonna fly.
You're through to your garage. You, need me to bring you a ride?
So you watch society push back. Yeah, because the parents have had it. Parents are fucking furious, man. And for that matter, the teachers that turn around and support shit like that, they're sick in the head. And then they're even letting these transgender fucking teachers try to teach our fucking kids. How do I make a lot of money, Jensen? Jensen, come on. You not paying attention? Come on, man. This is making money class 101. Right? You looking at the screen, aren't you? No. Dude, why would I glitch the fucking game? What kind of question is that? Like, no. Do I look like the cheating fucking type to you? I'm a straightforward fucking person here on the internet telling people exactly how it is and spitting out the truth, and you want to sit there and flip some shit at me like that? You better check how you fucking talk on here, man. Right? Don't ask stupid questions, right? Or I'll embarrass you. Well, seriously. Like, come on, man. It's common sense, dude. Like, I'm not trying to be an asshole here, but, I mean, like, you guys know I'm an asshole. And you guys know I'll fucking spit it out the way it is.
I'll get there as soon as I can.
Well, shots fired, don't get in the line of fire, right? If you don't want the heat, you know, don't go looking for it. Alright? How do I make a lot of money in GTA? Come on now. I've got a whole library of videos. Right? I'm just driving around talking and making money as I do it. Wow. What do you mean am I hurt? Motherfucker, you came out of nowhere. You better drive away. Did that hurt? Oh, did that fuck up your car? Oh. Gee. That sounded like a left question. You know? Jeez. Even, hey, with your accent, I can tell you're over in the UK, Jensen. And, I know you guys are dealing with that same kind of ideology problem over there. And I feel bad for you guys. Your situation's getting out of control over there too, fuck. Especially with the farmers.
Okay, you made the sale. We finally got currency to run through the tills at this place.
Right? I like Europe. Right? Europe's great. Right? It's the ideology I'm not happy with. Right? I don't like it at all. Sooner or later, we're gonna have to take a stand like the farmers are taking. We're gonna have to come. It's gonna have to come down to it. It's either that or us people with common sense are just gonna have to pull our children out of school, unfortunately, and homeschool them, and figure out a way to educate our children in a different way than, because school is not an education place anymore. It is a fucking programmable cesspool shit show. That's what it is. Right? It's not anything. It's not an educational institution. Okay? No. Really? They don't teach shit. They teach an ideology. Right? They try to infect people. Right? Where is the class for teaching survival skills for outdoors?
This is a civilian
Okay.
hangar owner.
Where's auto shop class? Okay, because we had that when I was in high school. We had an auto shop class. Where's that class now? Oh, that's right. They took it out of the curriculum for an ideology program. Okay, so it's not. Listen, it's not important for your kids to know how to change a tire or change their own oil and shit like that. Okay, that shit's not important. Don't worry about that. Okay. Hmm. Yeah, some of us did have that. Yeah, exactly. Shit teachers. They don't teach you shit in school. I didn't learn anything in school either. Dude, I didn't even fucking finish high school. I turned around and I told them it was a fucking joke. Right? I told them I'm not listening to your bullshit. Right? They're like, you'll go nowhere in life. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. That's what you think, right? I got to drive a truck for years and get paid good money. Like, what the fuck did they know, right? They turned around and told me I needed a fucking high school diploma and a fucking university degree. No, I don't. For what? For what? Because you fucking say so? Because that's your fucking system? Your system's fucked. Your system fucks people. Your system, their system, right, drags people into schools, and then tells them you got to go to university and college, and then charges them through the fucking roof for tuition fees, drives them in fucking debt up to the and not to mention all this curriculum bullshit that they give out when you're in school, right? And then they expect you to cram all that shit into studying, pass their tests, okay? And when you come out of their fucking little program and shit, they'll graduate you, and you'll be able to get a great job, okay? A great job in that kind of ideology field, okay? Which, by the way, you're fucking almost a mortgage payment, or almost a mortgage in debt because of school, right? By the time you graduate, you're 4 or 5 years, whatever the fuck it takes, right? From university, and then you have life stress of fucking nothing but debt, and then you're stressing about how to fit in and how to tippy toe about talking in a workplace where you can get fired for having an opinion and for saying the wrong thing, mind you. Okay? Now, please tell me how that makes any sense. Now, do schools teach important things in school anymore? Absolutely not. Because in early 2000, that's when they started taking things out, important stuff out of school. Okay? Now, when I was in school, we had this thing called the tech hall. Okay? It was the tech area of the school. And the tech area of the school was wood shop. Okay, wood shop was there. So there was machines in wood shop class that you could use. You could go in there. You could, if you could think it, and if you want to build it, you could make it happen in wood shop. And they encouraged you. We had auto class. Okay, they taught us how to change a tire. They taught us how to change oil. They taught us the basics. All right, when it came to cars. We had electric class. They taught us the basics when it came down to electricity, right? How to play with power and, how not to electrocute yourself, okay? We also had life skills class, okay? Life skills would teach you how to fucking cook, everything else, like basic life skills, okay? That shit don't exist no more in schools, okay? Our society looks more stupider than ever. Okay? But they call them fucking smart. No, they're not. I call them programmed. I call them programmed robots. Or sheeple. Okay?
We're all business today. The
Either way,
guns are
take your
in an
pick, but
insurgent.
that's what they are. Right? When they come out of the when they come out of the system, they're just programmed sheep. At that point. Yeah. Running around the rat race. Yeah. Listening like little sheep. So. Me, I broke away from the pack. I don't run in packs. I don't trust packs. Right? I figured it out long ago. I self-educated myself my whole life. Right after that point. I learned about farming. I learned about morals, values, respect. All at an early stage of being out of school and working. Okay. how to be responsible, how to pay bills properly, how to manage time, okay, how to do proper math, alright, what hard work was, alright, and how to have respect for not only myself, but for others in the workplace, right? To a point. I mean, like, there's a line, right? And we used to be able to joke around at work, and can't do that now. No. Right? You used to be able to, you know, insult each other in a joking manner. And you even knew about it. Nowadays, if you're at work and you insult your coworker who's your buddy in a friendly manner, jokingly, and they laugh about it, but if you offend somebody else's feelings who just overheard it and seen it, your ass is getting fired. So tell me, how's that fair? And now, also, now you don't even have to go to school anymore. Now you can go to school, and if you claim it's too hard, they'll basically push you through class and pass you. So it's like, even if you don't understand the class, they're gonna pass you anyways, and not even explain it to you. Right. Okay, so at what point can I turn around and start claiming that I'm a doctor? Okay? Or that I'm a NASA space expert? Or let's get better. I'm the president. Right? Like, do you see how ridiculous that sounds? Right? Now, everything else there, everything else that's happening should be ridiculous to you guys. Okay? To anybody with common sense. Those of you who have no common sense, you're living in a fantasy world and you'll never come out. It's called your delusionalists. Okay? We have medication for that. Yeah? So we seriously need to start putting most of these motherfuckers on the meds. Yeah. You need to just go around doing a psych evaluation. Like, oh yeah, you think 2 + 2 is 5? Okay, yeah, you're coming with us, bud. Right? Yeah. Bag 'em and tag 'em, buddy. Yeah, that's what we need to do. Okay? Those of you who think 2 + 2 = 5, and you want to tell me it equals 5, and you don't want to understand the concept and reality that if you take 2 items, and then you take another 2 items, how many items do you have? You have 4. Okay? You don't have 5. You can't just magically make one appear, and you can't just magically say, well, it only looks like 4, but there's really 5 there. Like, now you're just making shit up. Okay? So that, to me, okay, tells me that you're mentally ill. Okay? So, my opinion, that's what we need to do. We could fix society right quick. Yep. You put some motherfucker like me as prime minister who has my morals and values and who sees things my way and wants to put the world back to the way we used to have it. Yeah. Yeah, that's what we'd have to do. Yeah, as inhumane as that kind of sounds, right? We're literally gonna at some point we're gonna have to walk around and go, you're identifying as a cat? Listen, you're a human being, come with us.
What you want? Some wheels?
You gotta come with us, okay? We're gonna put you on meds. We got a place for you where you can go pretend to be a cat. Right? But we don't want that in society. Fuck no. What's next? You're gonna have people running around acting lawless. Going and it's soon bound to happen. Okay? It's gonna be Canada here before it happens in the States. Unfortunately. And I know this for a fact because they're not holding Justin Trudeau accountable. Like, all of a sudden he can just break any law he wants and he's untouchable. So sooner or later, people are going to turn around here in Canada and go, well, if he can break the law like that, I'm going to turn around and go out and break the law like that too. That's going to be scary. That's going to be serious dark times. Oh yeah. You think we're in dark times now? Fuck.
Looks like you sold out.
About to get a lot
To the
worse.
right people too.
Before
Only
it
the
gets
good
better.
wars being fought with those guns. Promise.
Right. It's definitely gonna get a lot worse before it gets better. Okay? Yep. You guys like the Lurcher? I like the Lurcher. Look at the creepy dude in the back. Can't even celebrate Halloween anymore. That offends people. Too fucking bad, man. You know what? We need to take our country back. We need to take Canada and the United States back. Our morals and values and everything else that we grew up on. Take our values back. Celebrate Thanksgiving. Be happy to celebrate Thanksgiving. Be proud to say Merry Christmas. Okay? You could say Merry Christmas. I fucking say Merry Christmas all the time, every year. Matter of fact, when I love it when those motherfuckers used to say Happy Holidays to me. I'd be like, Merry Christmas, motherfucker. Straight up. Just like that. And I'd make them upset. Oh yeah, that usually would upset someone's day that says Happy Holidays and no. Listen, it's Merry Christmas, okay? So
Hey, sugar.
I'm not changing my values I grew up on because somebody from another country comes to our country and gets offended and wants our ways of life changed to tiptoe around their feelings. Like, that's where it started, right? It started with immigrants coming to our nation and changing our way of life. And sooner than later, us North Americans, we're going to take back our way of life. And we're just going to push aside all this bullshit and say, like, hey, listen, straight up, if you don't like our fucking way of life and if you don't like our fucking holidays and the way we turn around and say things, pack your shit. Feel free to pack your shit and go back to the fucking country of origin that you came from. Simple as that. Because we don't have to change our fucking values because you came from another country and you got fucking offended. Okay? It's just simple analogy. Like, if you don't like how things are here, right? Pack it up. Go back to where you came from. It's just that simple. Okay? Because I guarantee you, I'm going to tell you something right now, for all of us to understand. Okay? I guarantee you, if you go over to communist China and you start telling them, and you go over there as a foreign immigrant, okay? And you go to try to be a Chinese citizen, and you try to tell them that they have to change their policies and their way of life, they're going to lock you up and throw away the key. Okay? They'll laugh in your face first, and then they'll lock you up and throw away the key. So, at what point did we all start changing everything about our values and just like erasing it? Like, I'm watching my world change and I don't like it. I don't have to like it either. And that's like, I'm not okay with this shit. No. Like, I am not okay with everything that is going on in the world right now. Like, it's not supposed to be like this shit. Right? This isn't the world I fucking grew up in. Like, you can't... Society's fucked. You can't trust or do anything anymore. Right? The general public's not safe anymore. Like, you go outside and you have to realize something. You're taking your life into your own hands now. Because people are so mentally unstable, you don't know when the next time someone's just going to go out randomly in public and just act like a fucking maniac and lose their shit because somebody turned around and you know, misgendered them or some shit. Okay? What's going to happen when one of those fucking... When one of those ideology transgender motherfuckers and could gender confused people fucking snap and have a little hissy fit in fucking public, but they're armed? And you accidentally misgender them and they decide to fucking flip out and shoot people. What about then? Are we gonna do something about it then? Or does it have to come down to that shit? Right? Because I do not want it. I do not want people's lives getting lost over this shit.
Welcome back to the Diamond Casino and Resort. As one of our
I don't want anybody getting hurt. Right? We're the human beings. We're the human race. I've told you guys before, we should all get along. But at some point, you can't. You gotta be asking yourself, like, us common sense people are now extremely concerned because if the gender confused can basically get away with whatever they like, obviously all of a sudden they can't have consequences anymore, and they can just throw temper tantrums to the public, and all of a sudden that's just acceptable, and we just have to accept that. So at one point these fucking I want to say, like, just mentally uncontrolled animals are eventually just going to have, like, a little hissy fit and a little temper tantrum out in public. One of them's going to get misgendered or mislabeled, whatever the fuck. And they're gonna have a gun, unfortunately, and they're gonna fucking snap. And they'll likely shoot everybody that's around them. Even the people that are around them that don't like them, just for looking at them. I swear to God, that's how their fucking mindset is, man. And then, and only then, will society look at it as a serious problem and go, holy shit, there's something wrong here.
To keep you productive, boss.
Not like, hey, we're giving you all the warning signs
Have a good day.
for like the last year, right? And Justin Trudeau's a warning sign, okay? Right? Their whole ideology is a warning sign. When they brought it into our children's schools and tried to push it onto our children, there was a fucking warning sign, okay? When they're freaking out about it when we don't want them pushing it on our children, there's another warning sign, okay? How many fucking warning signs do we need before we wake up here and say, listen, you're either going to join us in reality or we're going to unfortunately have to mentally hospitalize you guys, okay? Because your mental health is not, you're not right. You're mentally ill. Like, it doesn't take a fucking genius to figure this out, okay? And some of you got offended for what I said. I don't give a fuck. Too bad. Life's tough. Get a helmet. Okay? I'm not tiptoeing around your feelings. Ever. Right? Never have, never will. Right? You don't like my opinion? You don't like what I say? You don't have to. That's the great thing about freedom of speech and the right to freedom. Okay? You're entitled to your own opinion. You're entitled to your own beliefs. You're entitled to have your own thoughts and feelings and your own opinion on everything, regardless of what the fuck people say. You understand? Always know your rights. Okay? Because when it comes to your rights, no fuck. I know them. Like, I'm not the law book or anything. Like, don't ask me to be a law book, but man, when it comes to knowing our common sense and our rights, you can best believe they can't stupid talk me. Right? They've never been able to stupid talk me. Even
So, we going to have a good week, boss?
even when I was damn it, I'm trying to remember, like, one time I was pulled over for speeding and I wasn't even speeding, okay? And like this cop had tried to tell me he had this is when I was driving truck. He tried to tell me that I was speeding and I was doing 110, he said. Oh, it's weird. He said, are you 100% accurate that it was me that was speeding? Yes, I'm
They
sure.
got the product in the back of a truck.
I got a
Pick
radar
it up
gun.
and
I
get it
got
back
you.
to the warehouse.
And this is on busy fucking highway, okay? Like 6-lane highway, 3 across in each direction, okay? I said, well, sir, here's the problem with your story and with your so-called evidence and theory here. My truck has a governor. My truck can't go that fast. He goes, say what? I said, you heard me. I said, the truck can't go 110. Okay? The company has governors on the truck. Truck's not allowed. Truck can't go faster than 100. I said, believe me, I've tried. I've pushed her to the limits. He looks at me, can't believe that I've just fucking owned him right there. Like, he didn't expect me to come back with that one. He figured I was going to turn around and just, like, dupe into it and be like, oh, well, you know, because he said he had a radar gun and he knows, and he's, you know, he's been a police officer for X amount of years. He went on to tell me, I forget how many years. I didn't give a shit. I just educated him. Right? I seen through his bullshit. I'm like, dude, you can't, you're not sitting there gonna lie to me. Okay? I can't do 110. Because I even when he's like, when he looked at me like a deer in headlights almost, like he almost wouldn't believe me. I was like, you come on up here, take her for a drive, right? I was like, you push your foot to the floor, okay? Can't go faster than 100, okay? I was like, the needle will not go faster than 100, believe me. I was like, even downhill, like even when it goes faster than 100, it turns around and kicks itself right back and slows itself down. Just looked at me. And he goes, you know what? You have yourself a nice day. I was like, I think I will, thanks. Right? Always know your rights. Always, and make sure you know what you're, like, don't, especially if you know what you're talking about, right? And you know something's not right, you know, turn around and make it right, okay? Don't let them, don't let anybody one up you on the situation and try to, no, insult your intelligence. No. If you have the accurate information about something, spit it out, right? Because I could have turned around. I'm using that as an example, though, right? But I could have turned around if I didn't know. Let's say I didn't remember. Like, let's say if I'm not that observant of a driver, and if I didn't remember that, oh, well, that's not possible. I couldn't have gone 110 because the trucks are already governed, right? If I wasn't paying attention to everything that was coming out of that person's mouth, right? And if I had just gone along with everything and the situation and let the situation intimidate me, which they do try to intimidate you, then I would have lost. But if you're intellectually know your stuff, then you'll be okay. You'll make it through life. Yeah. It won't be the same path as other people's, because most people will be down a path that they won't understand the path that you're on. Because most people go with the herd. Most people aren't independent, and most people can't think for themselves. Most people are better off in groups, and they stick in groups because they don't know how to be independent, they don't know how to think for themselves, and they don't know how to make their own decisions. And for that matter, they never will. And they don't feel comfortable doing that. And anybody who people like me make people like them feel uncomfortable, okay? The type of people who think like that, okay, I make them feel uncomfortable. They don't like people like me. No. Okay? Because I don't live in a fantasy world. I live in reality. Okay? I have common sense. Yeah. And I was surrounded. You know what? 10 years ago, I was surrounded by stupidity. And I went 3,000 miles to get far fuck away from stupidity. Okay? That's how far I went away from stupidity. Alright? Because at least where I am, there's some folks around me that have common sense. Which is a rare fucking thing these days. Very rare. Okay? It's almost non-existent around here. And where it is existent, well,
How you doing?
those are very quiet individuals, because they just keep to themselves, and they don't associate themselves with the one-digit society that's running out there in fantasy world. It's almost like everybody's in Smurfland, right? Like a cartoon digital, you know. That's I don't know, like, that's how I could relate it to, but I mean, that's what it seems like. Seems like everybody thinks that, not everybody, but they seem to think that reality doesn't exist and there's no life consequences, and you don't have to be responsible for anything. You don't have to take accountability. So all the things that I've believed in life and respected and believed in and carried with me deeply in my beliefs. Do you not see where I'm now upset? My core values are being interrupted. Okay? See, people like me, people my generation and older generations are gonna fucking snap at some point, because this chaos that we're watching was not what we grew up believing in. And just, and you can't just tell us to start fucking, to forget all, to throw out fucking all that out the window and forget all that and just start being completely delusional and mentally ill. Like, I have morals, I have values, okay? I value other human beings, and I value life. I value our environment. Like, I take care of our environment. I don't litter, right? I don't trash our environment, right? I don't throw things on the ground or anything like that, kind of thing. I try to be respectful of nature. You know, I'm a Virgo, so I mean outdoors. I'm an outdoors person. Okay, I love the outdoors. Outdoors is that's my home. Okay, so don't expect my generation to turn around and accept things and not have a voice. And if it offends them, that's fine. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. It's freedom of speech. You're allowed to have an opinion, and you're allowed to voice that opinion. Okay? And you're allowed to accept things and not accept things, just like they are. So I don't have to accept their ideology, and I don't have to accept that they live in a delusion fantasy world. Okay? I'm gonna continue believing that God made that there's two genders. There's literally two genders. Okay? That's it. I'm not going along with the delusion of different genders. I'm not. I never will. I've not been on board of that, not since the start, and I'm not getting on board now. Alright? So don't be surprised that we're pushing back. Right? And we're just not tolerating shit anymore. You guys everybody's gonna hear more voices like mine start speaking up. And more politicians who have common sense and who have our best interest of our communities and of our people in their minds and with what they're gonna do in their plans, then I'd rather trust the people who actually have a plan and who actually don't live in fantasy world and that haven't run our countries into the ground for the last 8 years. Yeah. And what sparked this whole me talking about all this today was I heard Justin Trudeau in the House of Commons today say that Canadians are doing great and that this country is great and that we are prospering and as Canadians, and we will get through this tough time together. No, dude, like, motherfucker, listen. The homeless crisis has exploded out of control. Like, every day it's getting worse. It's getting worse by the hour, actually, motherfucker. And, like, maybe, like, people have literally given them all the numbers that rent has doubled and this and that. And this asshole's under the delusion that he's doing better for... He's there for Canadians because he's given us more housing. No, motherfucker. You're making everybody homeless and broke. Like, see? Even that man is so far lost in the ideology that, and in his delusions, that reality doesn't even faze him anymore. You could hit that motherfucker with reality. Like if reality was a brick, you could throw it at that motherfucker, could hit him in the forehead, and he'd be like, "Did you hit me with a beach ball?" There's no hope for you, man. Nope. No fucking hope for you. None. How dare that piece of shit not take any fucking responsibility for anything up until this day, and then still have the nerve to get up in the House of Commons today and say that life in Canada is great and that Canadians are happy and that we are our life is enjoyable, and that the carbon tax, and that we are with him for the carbon tax. So, wow. I don't like this guy. Somebody lock this guy up. Huh? 10 years ago, if we spit shit like this out of our mouths, what would a doctor do? Lock you up, throw away the key for 72 hours observation. Okay? Justin Trudeau definitely needs 72-hour fucking observation lockup because he's mentally ill. I'm not even a psychiatrist or even a medical professional, and I can tell you the man's mentally ill, or whatever it is it's claiming to be. I don't even know what it is at this point. I call him an it. I call him Justina, actually, because I have this feeling that he's going to come out of the closet and that he's going to pull that card this year for the election. Yeah, it's got to be sometime this year for sure. Come on, he's the one that supports the woke ideology and shit like that, and the woke transgender ideology shit, and he's the one pushing for the shit in our school classrooms. You can bet your ass he's going to come out and be like, "I'm gay, I'm transgender, I'm transitioning to be a woman." Yeah, my money's on that. Okay, if I'm going to be betting on anything, I'm betting on that. Okay, because that's a 50-50 chance of winning right now. Okay, you guys can't say I'm wrong on that one, right? Because the odds are in my favor right now. If you ask any Canadian, any real Canadian right now who's struggling, they would tell you they think the same way. If you ask them, do you think Justin Trudeau is a real man? And they'll be like, no. A real man takes accountability. Okay? A real man takes responsibility when they fuck up and say sorry. Alright? Or, when they are confronted about it, then they apologize and correct the situation and own up to it. And that's just that simple. But to be weak and to keep running around the country and to keep telling people that Canadians are happy and to keep lying to people's face and the rest of the world, and then keep spitting that we need to support Ukraine, motherfucker, look in your own backyard. Okay? Get a fucking clue. Okay? Tent cities everywhere. Anywhere you go driving now, there are fucking tents everywhere. Okay? So, nobody's happy with you. Do the smart thing. Step the fuck down. Let us have our country back. Because if we have to take it back, oh fuck, then we're fighting for our rights and freedoms all over again now, aren't we? Right? Because they are trying to take it away. Okay? They're literally trying to take it away from us, and you guys know it. They are. They're doing it. I gave you guys the facts. I opened your eyes a bit. Okay? You can lead a horse to water, but you can't force the horse to drink from the water. Okay? I can't force you guys to make a choice, because you're not supposed to force the people to do anything. People are free to make a choice. That's why we have this thing called rights and freedoms. A lot of you don't even know what rights and freedoms are anymore. And you sign them off. And that disgusts me. Like, I can't stand this shit anymore. I can't. I'm ready to flip the fuck out about it. Over the internet. Like, not out in society, okay? I'm being specific. I mean, when I mean flip out about it, I mean like, I get angry in my mouth. I go da-da-da on the mic, right? And I'll voice my opinion. I'll speak my mind because I'm not gonna have it. I'm not gonna stay silent about it. Like it pisses me off. Okay. Like, some of you don't fully understand history and the sacrifices that were made for us to have our rights and freedoms due. Right? There are countries where they don't have the fucking freedom
You
of
need
speech.
something, huh? One of your
Or they
rides?
will shut you
Let me
ass
know.
up and throw your ass away. For an unlimited amount of time, for as long as they want, until you turn around and buy into their ideology. And agree with them. Okay? Yeah, there is countries like that. There's countries where you have absolutely no freedom. It's a communist state. Okay? It's a police-run state too. Where you can get stopped and identified on the street for doing absolutely nothing. You want to live in a world like that? Just ask yourself. You want your freedom to be able to walk down the street taken away? Okay? Because here's the thing. You let them take your rights and freedom away, sooner than later they're gonna block us down into little sections. Okay? So, if you don't understand what that means, let me hit you with some knowledge. Okay?
It's coming at you.
Let's say you live in a city. Okay? Well, we all know in cities they have certain little communities, and they call them little different names, right? Now, what's about to happen when you let them take your rights and freedoms, if you keep letting this shit happen, their little plan is to lock us down into these little grids, okay? Then, you're not going to be able to leave that little grid, okay, unless you have permission, okay? You're going to have a pass, and you're only, it's going to be like like the bank card we have now, okay? And with that little card, okay, your communities are going to end up being gated, all right? And they're going to be patrolled. And unfortunately, they're going to be AI patrolled with machines that will shoot you on sight, no questions asked, if you try to violate it. If you don't think it's coming, okay? It will happen if you allow the agenda to be pushed, okay? Because the farmers, and how this information is getting out is because the agenda's already been leaked. Like, sooner than later, so much of their agenda is going to get leaked out that they can't turn around and unfucking leak it. Okay? The leak is out there, and they can't cover it up. No. Alright? It's being exposed more and more and more each day. Actually, by the hour. Probably by the minute now, considering it's YouTube. Right? Eventually they'll lock you down into communities. You won't be able to leave. You'll only be able to leave with permission. Okay? It's only, and you'll only have a certain amount of time. So, and then they'll know where you're going, who you're going to visit, why you're going to visit them. These are the questions that they'll be able to ask you because you won't have the freedom to mind your own business. You won't have the freedom to do your own business without them knowing what you're doing. Then they're going to track you everywhere you go. And they'll do it with drones. Okay? They don't have to do it with man patrols, they'll do it with drones. Track you with drones. Okay? You won't have to worry about driving to work anymore. Right? Because they'll give you a job in your community, and then you'll have to like that job. They'll assign you a job, and you'll have to do that job whether you like that job or not. You'll have to work with people that maybe you don't like working with, and they'll force you to. Okay? The other thing they were going to do, okay, they were going to take away our money. Yeah. Our coins, you know, our paper money. For us up here, it's plastic, right? In Canada, yeah, we turned our paper money to plastic. Don't like, I don't know. Maybe they got tired of money ripping. I don't know what the hell, what the backing behind that was, but regardless, they want to cancel money. Why? Right? Shouldn't that? That's a red flag, everybody, huh? That should concern you big time. Yeah, when they want to take away our money and they want to make everything digital and they want to give you digital currency, I'll tell you why they want to do that one. Okay? They want to make it the digital currency. They take away our money. I tell you what kind of control that gives them. That gives them control over your bank account. That's the point. Then, you don't listen to the rules of their rules. Bank account frozen. You ain't going shopping. And until you do their rebranding or retraining or whatever the fuck agenda they'll have going, ideology that they'll push into you, they'll force it on you. It's scary. It's a scary thing to think about, but that's our reality, okay? And that's more and more light's being shed on that. And the conversation is open now. It's out there. Like, you can't ignore it now. Cat's out of the bag, as they say, right? It's there, it's live, it's real. People are talking about it, and you won't shut people up about it now. Because, like I said, like, life's so unaffordable, people don't have anything to lose anymore. So of course they're gonna open their mouths and fuck stand up for what's right. I mean, shit, if this is our last chance and we're standing up for rights and freedoms, fuck, I'm going for the fight. I made it this far. I didn't get vaccinated, right? And I didn't wear a mask. So if you think I'm gonna give in to an ideology and give up my rights and freedoms now, after fighting this far, for my civil rights, my rights and freedoms, as a Canadian citizen, absolutely not. I'll stay in the fight, thanks. Yep. Like I said, I'll stay in the fight, and I'll never give in to the ideology, and the ideology gonna have to put me 6 feet in the box before I'd ever turn around and even pretend to fucking entertain that fucking shit. Okay? I'm gonna continue to live in reality. Okay? Some of you can join me, decide to join me, some of you do. I don't give a fuck. Do whatever you want. But at the end of the day, right? At the end of the day, I'm gonna be me. I'm gonna be straightforward. I'm gonna tell it to you how it is. And I don't sugarcoat it. And if your feelings are easily offended, here, I'll give you a warning right now, okay? Don't tune into my channel. Your feelings will get hurt. If you're one of those people who get easily offended, oh fuck, you're gonna get easily offended within the first, like, 2 minutes of tuning into my channel. Even 30 seconds, likely. Fuck, you know what? Most of the words coming out of my mouth is likely offending some of you right now. And I don't give a fuck. Okay? Not a fuck. Not one fuck. Not even 2 fucks. Not even giving no fucks. Okay? No fucks given. None. And you know what? I'm proud of myself. Yeah, that's right. You know why? Because I never gave in. And when they say I'm weird and I'm different, yeah, I'm happy to be different. I'm glad I'm not like the rest of them.
I'm on the clock. What you want? Some wheels?
I'm so glad I wasn't like the sheep. Fuck, am I ever glad about that. I am so happy
I'll get there as soon as I can.
I'm different. I know I'm unique. I know I'm special. I'm special with a fucking capital S. Okay? Like, big time. Right? We know I'm gifted. Listen, women drivers, no survivors.
That was strange.
Now, what's going to be strange is this.
Oh no!
Smashing into my car like a crazy person.
Real. Insane. Oh, come on! Just guys!
See? World of GTA. You want to get angry? Go in the world of GTA and take your anger out. Okay? Don't take it out on society. Society does... people in innocent society have no fucking... no dealings with your bullshit. Don't bring your bullshit to the streets. Keep it in-house. Alright? Keep the anger management for video games, everybody. Okay? Society don't need to see your temper tantrums and problems. Okay? Go out society, behave yourself. Get your shit, go home. Alright? Do your thing. Get your shit, get the fuck out. Go home. Mind your own business. Do you. Alright? And for God's sakes, please stop giving a shit about what other people think about you. Okay? Man. That don't bother... That's one thing that bothers me a lot. Okay? Too many people out there give a shit about what people think about them. Guess what? That alone stresses you out, by the way. And dressing to impress your peers and other people because other people dress like that and they say it's cool. Yeah, that's also stress. Okay? That's another thing called peer pressure and social pressure. Now, for those of you who are like that, okay, and who do try to impress other people all the time, and that try to be in that little circle, guess what? I'm gonna hit you with some facts here, okay? You're not gonna like this. I know you're not gonna like this one. Guess what? You lack the capability of making decisions for yourself. Yeah. See, when I did see people in society, see, I analyze people now. Now I people watch. Now I just look at people. Whenever I do get the chance to go and I make it out into society, I people watch everybody. Every single buddy. And I can analyze and I can tell who's who and what's what. And now it's like a fucking gift. Now it's like a radar I have.
Good to see you, boss.
I can pick up on the stupidity everywhere. Okay? I can pick up if you're mentally unstable or anything like that. I can read people, and it was a gift, I guess, even from meeting so many people from driving truck over the years. But I mean, because I couldn't tell you how many people I've met over my life. I've met all walks of life. I've met all kinds of people. All races too. And that's why I say, like, I don't hate any one specific race. Nope. I'll hate everybody equally. If we were to hate anybody, I'd have to hate the entire world equally, because I see us all as equals. I wouldn't be able to specifically sit there and say, like, I hate one specific group, because no, I just don't. No, that's just not my vision. That's not my way of seeing things. My way of seeing things is we're all human beings. We may look different, but we should treat each other the same. Right? Because if we were to all get along, we could probably be flying around in space already. But no. Here we are arguing with each other, fucking having wars, arguing over religion, arguing over fucking who's gay and who's not, and what ideology makes sense, and hey, let's throw common sense out the fucking window, and this, that, and everything else. See how much? See, that's just a chaotic circle right there. Now, think for a second here. If the world, just follow me for a minute, please. If the world stopped fighting, we stopped judging each other, and we just seen each other as a human being, as a fellow human being, problem solved. You eliminate fucking 80% of the world problems right there. World hunger would disappear because if everybody got along and we didn't judge each other all the time on looks and shit like that and on race, oh fuck, we'd all be feeding each other. We'd all have like different. You guys all get excited about trying different religions, food, or different different races, cultures, food, cuisine, whatever you want to call it, right? Well, just think for a sec here. We could be always enjoying all those different cultures of food if we all get along. Because if we all got along, we'd all be running around trying to tell each other, hey, try my cooking, try this, can I, or hey, that looks good, I'll try that, that smells delicious, what's in that, right? We'd all be sharing ideas and cooking together, but no, we're too busy fighting. Yep, that's why I said, I'm getting off here, right? Bam's getting hungry, it's dinner time, Bam's gotta make dinner now, but I'll leave that with you guys to think about, right? That's a thinker, isn't it? Right? Excuse me, just think how peaceful this world would be if we all got along. If we didn't judge each other on being a different race and on looks. And if we actually helped each other so that we could get ahead as the human race. Just makes perfect common sense to me, you know? It does. I mean, I'm not gonna judge somebody on their race, alright? But I would certainly judge them on how they view life. I would judge somebody on how they
You thought about giving me some shares?
on what their like where their political side is right now. Honestly, I judge you if you're on the left side or the right side. Because if you're on the left side, I know you have no common sense and you don't think for yourself, and there's no hope for you. There might be a sliver of hope if you come and join the common sense side at some point, but if you stick on the side with no common sense in a delusion world, you're headed for failure. Okay? And for that matter, they're the ones that are dividing us to begin with. Okay? They're the ones pointing the fingers. They're the ones turning around and doing the double narrative on you. Okay? They'll turn around and they'll ask you trap questions, and then they'll turn around and be the ones and then they'll play victim. Right? So that's their thinking. Now, if you want to live in a world like that, in a weak world, then accept what's going on. But if you want to live in reality, okay, and in a world where we'll have a chance at as a human race, and stick to common sense. Because with the way we're going right now, we're going to end up wiping ourselves out. Yeah. Because there is no fucking climate disaster happening right now. I can tell you that right now. Okay? There isn't. Nope. So, food for thought. Okay? I'm going to go make mine. You go make yours. Okay? Because my body's on East Coast time. So right now it's dinner time for me. I'm fucking starving. You guys have been awesome. Thanks for listening to me. Right? And I guess at this point, I don't even know. I'm just disgusted. at this point. I can't understand how some lawless fucking piece of shit who is clearly breaking the law in front of our faces and stealing from us is allowed to walk freely amongst us. And that piece of shit gets a $6 million protection detail for each month. Yeah. Yeah. We figured out how much Justin Trudeau's security detail costs on a monthly basis, and it's somewhere in the between 5.4 and $6 million. Last time I checked, none of us get $6 million fucking protection each month, do we? Right? Nope. Okay. Not to mention, we don't drive around with 6 SUVs in our motor cave either. Right? But we're making the carbon footprint. He's not. He's not making no carbon footprint. No, fuck no. And his jet-setting ass that flies around everywhere else trying to meet world leaders that think he's a joke and tell him he's a joke and tell him to fuck off. Well, he's still flying around on our broken piece of shit plane that he refuses to fix. I wonder where all that money went. And it's like that money, all that money that guy steals and spends, and yet his ass flying around on some broken ass fucking down jet that happened in India, remember? Yeah. All that money in his ass is jet. No wonder why the fucking world looked at him as an embarrassment too. That's what they're thinking. They're like, you know what that shows? You know what that kind of shows? When the leader of a country his plane breaks down and shit. Listen, you know what that shows? That shows that you don't maintain your fucking shit in your country. You don't take care of nothing in your country. You don't have your fucking shit in order. Okay? You can't manage. You couldn't micromanage fucking Mickey Mouse's playground. Okay? And here you are thinking, like, let me run the fucking country. I'll do a better job. Right? But I don't want to. Because there's already a man. Okay? And yes, I said it. A man. Okay? Who has my support. And who has common sense. And already has experience and knows how to deal with corruption, and already has the connections. Me, I don't have the proper connections to battle corruption right now. Maybe in time, as I get older, I'll develop those connections, and I'll be able to go after that shit too. But right now, I'm just a little guy. Right? Yep, I'm just a wee voice, but I have a big voice. Don't worry. Yep. Bam Bam might be small, but he's big. Right? Anyways, I'm out of here. It's dinner time. Plus, when I come back in my next live stream, I'll be telling you guys what kind of bullshit the news is trying to feed us. Because, yes, I do tune into that shit, but for specific reasons. Number one, I want to know what lies they're talking about. Yeah. Because I want to know what scary shit they're trying to get society to believe, so I know what I'm up against. Right? Because you always got to know the enemy. Okay? You always got to know the enemy. Okay? Because it's going to be hard to fight, to do battle against them when we don't know what we're up against and what kind of narrative they're trying to push next. Right? So, stay in the fight for those of you who are in the fight. We got this. You know, we're going all the way. We got nothing to lose and everything to gain. Okay? Literally, we have nothing to lose. Okay? North America's gone into the toilet, and if I could put this analogy to us, basically, Canada and the United States have ended up being a remote that a toddler took and has jammed into the toilet and is about to hit the flush button, and we're about to disappear forever. Now, let's hope the flush button doesn't get hit, right? And let's hope we can come out of the toilet. Okay? Both countries. I want both countries to come out of the toilet because fuck, I love America too. Right? Not as much as I love my own country, okay? But still, they're my neighbors. Okay? I got no beef with them. None. No. So stand up for your rights and freedoms, people. Don't let them take it away. I'm telling you. Till the next live stream, you guys take care of each other. Stay safe. God bless. Okay? And try to say something positive and nice to somebody today. Right? It's nice week too, by the way. So, in case you guys hadn't seen that already on social media. Anyways, I'm out of here. I'm starving. Okay? Talk to you guys later in the next live stream. Till then, Bam's out of here. Peace out.